Gonna make a quick video. I'm beginning to realize something, and because of the strange circumstances, the MK Ultra hackers are on my computer. So this video, there's no telling how it'll turn out. Okay, this is what's going on. Okay, I made a video earlier today, but I didn't post it, so I'm just gonna go over something that I'm making an observation about, and I'm thinking about perhaps I understand what's happening a little bit better. And I'm not sure if it's just pertaining to me or if it's all over. Okay, several things are happening in this environment only that I can speak of. And no, I'm not crazy. This is going to sound really strange. Several things. One thing is this. There's an energy in this room, and I spent a lot of time in this room. Okay, but it's not just here, it's in the other room too as well when I'm in there, that has a physical component to it, resulting in like a contact with me, physical contact with me, ever so slight, but it is there. I have not identified the energy, but now I'm starting to try to figure out what's going on. Okay, this is kind of what happens with that energy. I can be sitting, and it happens always whenever I'm thinking about something, tweeting about something, exposing something regarding my targeting that I would expect to get a reaction out of the idiots. You know, however, when I do interact with this energy, my thought about getting that reaction comes after they give the reaction. What is the reaction? It's this. It's real simple. I can be sitting. I'm always sitting, number one, or laying. But I'm in contact with, okay, I'm not standing. I have felt different things standing, but particularly what I'm talking about is while I'm sitting or while I'm laying. I'll get a slight jerk. The mattress, if I'm sitting on the bed or laying on the bed, the mattress seems to make something is making contact with the mattress, because the mattress will kind of jerk a little bit. Now this has been going on maybe for the past, I don't know, year or so, but it's happening very, very frequently, almost predictably, when I'm thinking about or tweeting about, like I said before, something relating to this targeting. Okay, now that's one thing. And then I think what is related to that is that, and I've talked with one other target about this, but actually they are the ones who brought it up. The other target individual brought this up in a meeting, that he asked, has anyone else ever experienced white floating little, just floating like dust, not dust, but smoke, little things, puffs in the air, and it floats, and then it disappears. It doesn't float for a long distance, like if I'm starting here to float right past you, and then it'll disappear. Or just float on the side of you, and then it'll disappear. And I told him, I said, yeah, I experienced that. I see that, And I told him, I said, at first when I first started seeing it, and I remember the very first time I saw it was I was in a bathroom that had no light. I went there at nighttime and didn't turn on a light, which I normally don't. I don't turn on a light at night. And these little things lit up the, not the room, but the space they were floating in. I was able to see it. I've even seen just sparkles of, little light, tiny, just nanolights in my environment when there's total darkness. And this is always, there's a lot of static electricity in this house. Exceptional, moderate amounts of static electricity, as evidenced by when the lights are off, all I have to do is rub my hand along any surface and the static electricity is there, guaranteed every night. So I'm thinking, the lights, the static electricity, and the bumps, they're all related. I'm not talking about angels. I'm not talking about spirits or anything in the room, because I know the difference between being connected to higher energy, which that happens every day, and there's a special signal I'm not going to talk about that I know consciously when I am in the presence, or when they're in my presence, wanting me to know that they're there, because they're around me all the time. Okay. But this other energy, I've not been able to identify it. So I'm thinking, with all of the chemtrails that are in the air, and I don't think this is just here for this environment. That's what I'm saying. With all the chemtrails that are in the air, and all the other stuff that they're putting in the air, and especially for this area, because I'm not the only one targeted, and that's obvious for this area, because the drone presence around here is off the chain, where they just hover over houses, and not just this one, they hover over houses, delivering payloads and picking up payloads. I have a satellite that is stationed over my house 24/7 in the same position every night. So, and that satellite is probably covering many houses around here, which tells me, which we don't know about the science because we're not really paying attention to it. It's not, none of this rocket science is hard. It's none of it. Once you start paying attention to it and just, really wanting to understand, you'll understand, because all this stuff's being done by idiots, number one. Okay? Number one, they're all idiots. Okay? So whatever they're doing, we can understand it. At least I know I can understand it. Okay? Given enough time and exposed to enough of what is going on, I'll eventually understand it. I believe that they've created a semi-plasma environment inside my home. And it may not just be in the home, it just may be global or just in specific territories if it's higher and targeted individuals. And in this plasma environment is the cause of all these little weird things that I'm seeing, which is basically static. You know, I'm seeing some sort of reaction. Could be lint floating in the air that's interacting with the field that they've generated for this environment, because my house is so hot. You know, my EMF level is always at the either above the norm or at the highest norm. So, you know, I have EMF in here at all times because, you know, they got this equipment all over the house. So that's what I'm thinking. The plasma environment that they've created. Now, as far as the rocking or the bumping, the pushing of the chair, I'm thinking that might be, there is a way in which they are able to energize specific physical objects using some sort of because it doesn't feel like a dew. I'm not feeling anything on my skin, just, you know, a sudden disturbance in the position of the chair or the mattress or wherever I'm happen to be at the time. So they are generating a concentrated level of energy that can interact with physical things in an environment ever so slightly. And I believe that I always, wherever I'm at, I have like an energy field that follows me because I am GPS tracked. And they can concentrate this energy to kind of make it seem like a ghost is in the environment. But I don't scare. If I saw a ghost, boy, I would engage it in a conversation. I'm not the one to scare. So, but it's not a ghost. It's connected to them. And it's energy. And they've learned how to harness that energy in ways that they've yet to inform the public. That's why we just don't know how they're doing it. They've not informed us of how they do it. And we haven't found the literature on this sort of thing, or maybe have not found a video yet on this sort of thing. But remember, we like 300 years behind in technology in terms of what is actually out there. So it is obvious that they've harnessed this energy to be able to kind of physically interact, move slightly. And it's always pointing at me, ready to do its thing anytime they wanted to. Because my house is so heavily infiltrated with stuff. All of my furniture got holes all in them. Everything, my bed, my furniture, my walls, my floors, that they've wanted me to know, yeah, we done messed it up. So what does the mess up really mean? What have they put in there to support their agenda? So yeah, I think I live in a slight plasmatic field, and they're able to just, generate enough energy. They probably could generate we know they could generate a lot of energy because they know how to make lasers, microwave, ultrasound. We know they know how to put energy together. So it's not rocket science to believe that they can put energy together at such small, minute levels to just slightly cause me to feel them rocking and bumping my chair and doing all kind of stupid infantile stuff. So I just kind of wanted to put that out here. And I'm wondering if anybody else is seeing this kind of stuff. Where, because we all experience something different. But they're off the chain over here. Let me know. Your feedback will be greatly appreciated. Thanks.